Hello, I'm Steve. Welcome to the Patio Heat channel, where we provide visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for outdoor comfort. Send your request into designs@patioheat.com for your personalized recommendations. Our one-on-one customer support helps you make the best decisions for your applications. We strive to earn your business. Visit our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Now let's get heating. All right, so here we have this residential patio. Let's go ahead and I'm going to first of all look at the floor plan I received. So I'm going to take that off and throw the floor plan on here. You can see that the dimensions are all pretty much proper as far as that floor plan is concerned. You can see we have an 8-foot ceiling height over here, a 10-foot ceiling height over here, and 47 feet from this position here to this position here, and I actually have it written down here I think somewhere, but in any case everything else is pretty much to scale here. So the dilemma I have right now is the lighting fixtures that they have here. I believe this is going to be a fan, and then these are going to be lighting fixtures, and then over here I think 2 of these are going to be fans and 2 of them are going to be light fixtures. I'm not quite sure of that. You can see that, well, in any case, I have this lined up here with this position. And I received also a 3D video showing the property itself. And in that video, you can see that there are 2 fans, and they didn't seem to be as close to these fixtures here. So, and I didn't see how you could actually put a fan here and a fan here that close to each other. So I tried to just make a certain distance between these 2 fans here. And in any case, we're going to need to look at that a little bit more in detail. Also, noting what the diameter of the fan blades are going to be is also very important, so that we can work around the clearances to those. I don't have that information, so I'm just throwing some fans in here and we'll talk about what we can do. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, one last thing is seating arrangements. I saw a couple of chairs here and a table over here. I'm not quite sure how that's going to really be positioned, so that's something else that we need to look at as far as the coverage that we're looking for. So let me go ahead and turn off the floor plan here and turn just back on the floor that I have, and look at some options. So one option would be possibly using, let me hit this here, and possibly using a CD 4024 on this side over here. And you can see with the CD 4024s mounted on a ceiling, I have these tilted at 20 degrees, so straight down 20 degrees in. You can go up to 30 degrees. I'm not quite sure if we need to do that or not, but as far as the distance apart from each other, the main thing is that you need to maintain a minimum of 18 inches of clearance on the left and the right. So let's go ahead and look at that real quick. So clearances are 18 inches over here, 18 inches over here, and the same on these this 2 units over here. And you can see with that fan blade, that's where we start to get concerned about making sure that we have the clearances to the fan blade. If it's non-combustible blades made out of steel, then it should not be an issue. We can move them a little bit closer, get a little bit better of a footprint here. But over here, with the fans where they're at, that I have, again, they're not true positions. I can only really put in 1 unit over here in this configuration. So let's go ahead and look at, and I should also mention this is a 6,000 watt, so it's a little bit longer of a unit, about approximately 5 feet long, and these are, I think, are 39 inches long. But in any case, the footprint of heat that we're going to get here is really not adequate for the dining space here. And if you're sitting over here on the right, you're going to feel that nice warmth, and because it's a 10-foot height ceiling, that's why I'm going with the 6,000 watt unit. Over here you'll feel pretty good, but you're not going to get the full amount of heat that you're really shooting for. So but also you can see here we're not getting any coverage whatsoever, and actually we're not getting the upper, your head over here. Let's say if you're sitting down, we're not getting a good coverage for that as well. So that's that side. And then over here you can see that we're not covering this space here very well, and this space here is again with these 20 degrees. You can go up to 30 degrees. That might be okay this direction over here, but again, this chair is not getting really hit whatsoever. So this is infrared light. Light waves travel through space and they absorb into mass, floors, tables, chairs, human body. If you're not in that ray of light, you're not going to feel the warmth. It does not heat air, it heats mass. So just keep that in mind as far as how these actually work. So let's go ahead and turn that off and look at a different option here. A different option would be maybe going perpendicular to the length of the resident itself. And you can see here again, we need to make sure we have 18 inches of clearance. Again, these are CD, these are actually 5024s, 5,000 watt, 240 volts. And I should say that's what I had there before, 5,000 watts, 240 volts. But again, 18 inches of clearance from the edge of the fan blades if they're combustible, and I have them centered within the span here. I believe if we looked at the distance apart from each other, it's somewhere in that 7-foot range, I think. Let's pull that up here. And yeah, so 7 foot 8 inches is what I have, and yeah, these are pointed straight down to the ground, and the same thing as over here. However, we're going to need to remove these fans or move them so that they're in a location where we can actually meet the clearances to combustible. So I don't have these exact dimensions here, but something like this could work. But they would have to be a certain distance from the clearance here on the middle, and these are all 5,000 watt units as well. So let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. And here, with the exception of the clearance here, again, we're still running into that issue with regards to covering this space here. So this again might be an option that may or may not work, and I actually made an error. These are 4,000 watt units. These are 5,000 watt units. 5,000 watt units are made for a little bit higher of an application. The 10-foot mounting height over here versus the 8-foot mounting height over here. But in any case, yeah, I would probably look at maybe even changing the angle slightly. You could change the angle to maybe 5 degrees in. Let's go ahead and do something real quick here. See if I can do this. I'm going to turn these clearances off below and move this unit over if I can here. Let's see. I'm going to just go ahead and move it on top of here. And no, that's not the right way to do it. Let's go ahead and try one other option here. And we'll do this here, just switch it over, and then we'll change this angle here. And I'm going to go with maybe, let's try 10 degrees here. Look at that ray. So yeah, about 10 degrees will give you a good crossover ray here, but now we're missing some of this over here. So, but something that you can do is, change that angle. 10 degrees, 5 degrees even would give you a little bit less of a crossover, but that would work for something like this. With this distance here, really you'd want these 4,000 watt units approximately 6.5 feet from center to center if possible. So because these are a little bit higher output and the distance that it's going is a little bit further, the ray is a little bit larger on the footprint here. So this would work fine, I believe, with regards to these. Looking at the clearances below, there should not be an issue. We're slightly on that one over there, but again, not knowing the true diameter is an issue here. So to make a proper recommendation. Last thing, let's see here. I'm going to turn that off, and then go with possibly looking at maybe using slimline units. Slimline units are single elements, so this is 4,000 watt, 4,000 watt, and a 4,000 watt unit here. You can see that the 4,000 watt over here is not the greatest for this application height. You know, on this side here you're okay. On this side over here, the amount of heat is basically going towards the maximum preferred application distance away. So any case, you do need to make sure that we have 6 inches of clearance over here, by the way, and that's true on the other units as well. Going to this, showing this here, you can see we have 6 inches of clearance to this edge, and that's true on all units that I showed up along the side over here. So, but that would be another option. If we could eliminate fans, or place the fans a little bit differently, maybe put just a center fan over here. We could move a unit something like this, where we go maybe 4 feet this distance, 4 feet this distance maybe, and it's probably not going to be enough, and then just move a fan into the center of the room itself. This is just a estimated amount of space here, so that's not true as far as being centered, I should say. But something like that may work as well. You'd have to move this a little bit further over to make sure that we're meeting those clearances. And again, we want to make sure that we're getting a good coverage here throughout the whole entire span here. So all right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you'd like us to review your plans, please send your information into designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve. Please tap that like button if you find this video useful. We don't advertise, we're not monetized. YouTube does not promote our channel in any way unless we receive a thumbs up from our viewers, and we appreciate that so much. Thank you. Have an excellent day.